What's going on, guys? Fun with Knives back again, and this is a pretty cool Manix I got here. This is a CTS 204P steel model with the forest green G10 handle scales. I think this was a dealer exclusive with KnifeWorks. I just got this fairly recently, carried it a couple of times, but I want to upgrade it. So, welcome to episode 13 of the knife upgrade series. Okay, sticking true to form, we're going to do a Lynch Northwest clip and a Flytanium titanium ball cage here and really complete this knife. So oh damn, that's super sharp still. Haven't used it much. This is just a stone-washed titanium deep carry clip, Spyderco standard model from them. And then to match it, we got this stone-washed titanium ball cage here. I think that should look really good together. This says forest green, but it's more of like a, I don't know, a sagey green to me, or like a blue spruce or something. I thought forest green would be more like along the lines of like this Link. I mean, that's kind of like bazooka OD green kind of look. I don't know. It's, I mean, honestly, I like the color more than just what I would think of forest green, but either way, we're going to swap out a couple of parts here. And I love the Manix 2 for a myriad of reasons, but one of them being it takes only T8 hardware, so it makes replacing stuff or just disassembly in general just so easy. I don't know why the Spyderco doesn't just change to these pocket clip screws on all their models. I mean, they're like a little beefier and they just hold up better over time. It takes a T8 like most of their hardware. Like I know like the military's got a T10 pivot, but it's also like a much larger kind of different model. So it seems like the vast majority have T6 pocket scales still. So either way, I'm gonna swap those out, put all that to the side. This will go in the standard clip bucket of shame. And then we'll be needing that. Okay, I have, I'm trying to do this sitting down instead of standing, like half crouch like I normally do. So hopefully this turns out. If not, we're skipping right through it. But I think I figured out the best way to do this. I don't know, we'll see. These ball cage replacements, because the lightweight models, they don't like some of the Flytanium ball cages. It's just kind of depends on if you're getting Cerakote versus anodized finish on AWT scales. But like, since we're not replacing any scales, these standard Manix models, they take these new titanium aftermarket ball cages really well. You really just don't have to do a lot to get these in. Always got to be a little bit careful. There's some spring tension obviously holding that ball cage up. So it could kind of rocket a ball bearing across the room, and that's always hard to find. And then I like to keep the kind of lanyard tube intact. That way I can kind of pull this scale away and then kind of shift it away from the pivot area like this. So that's what I like to do. I don't know if that's the right way to do that or not. And I couldn't remember if I decided to leave that screw in on this side. But I don't know. Well, mess around with it again. No, because I think I had to get to both sides, didn't I? Or can this... Man, those springs are stiff out of the factory. Jeez, like rockets in there. Oh yeah, maybe you do need to pull the scale away. That's right, you gotta pull them both away like that. And then I think you have access to... Actually, let's just remove the blade entirely, maybe. Is that the answer? That's the answer. You always want to do this with a lot of force and a jerking motion towards your body with an extremely sharp blade. So, okay, now this is where I wanted to be. So I think maybe we'll leave just the one lock bar. I'm going to call this a lock bar. Lock bar screw intact so I can kind of swing this. I promise I know what I'm doing. Not really, but this will give me just a little bit more clearance, perhaps, to get this ball cage out through the middle. No, both of them got to come out. This is where it, or at least both got to be loosened. That's what I wanted right there. Boom. Okay. Cool. And not that I'm great at tutorials, but if you are going to replace a ball cage or anything on a standard Manix 2, or even the lightweights, the ball bearing sits like this. This is towards the spine of the knife, and then it'll nestle in this lock bar here. Hopefully this is on camera, can't really tell. And then that's what creates your force, and then that goes up into the tang of the blade. So you just don't want to rotate this around because the ball will fall out, and then you're not going to have any sort of lock whatsoever. And to replace the ball cage, super simple. Again, you align the opening with the spine of the knife kind of towards the sky. Put your spring on. In the aluminum models of these Flytanium ball cages, the stem is removable. That looks like the case here on the titanium ones too, but this one's pretty tight, so I'm not even going to mess around with trying to tighten that any more than it already is. And then I'm going to take this new ball cage, put it in there, slot the spring in, and then boom. Okay, now, oops, almost lost a spring. Here we go. Okay, this takes a little bit of dexterity, but I like to get the blade on now, if possible. Just wish I had a lot more hands. Okay, that washer is just getting in the way. Oh, that's actually in. That's seated. Oh, there he is. Okay. Now we are seated. And then assembly from here is pretty freaking easy. Oh, as I can't put a washer on a pivot. So what I like to do even before I put this other scale on is to replace this screw on this side. You're getting quite a bit of pressure this way, kind of towards the spine of the knife, so those holes are misaligned. So I like to press like right there, and it'll realign that hole a little bit. And I don't have to get this cranked down, but actually that's not even aligned enough for me to get that in there yet. There we go. Something like that. Just enough that it grabs a few threads. Okay, now we got a pretty much fully functioning knife. We just need to close the liner and scale on this side, over top, and then boom, we are in business. We got a satisfying click, and we start the reassembly process here. Pivot screw is in. Top lock bar screw on this side should be somewhat aligned. Oop, don't want to cross thread it now. A little bit of a resistance there. Hopefully that's where I want it to be. That one went in nice and easy. Whoops, gotta make sure to scratch up your hardware for no reason. Pretty damn secure lockup. That's what I like to see. Okay, it is clip time. And clip time is super easy. Line up that top T8 like so. A ton of tension on that. Definitely sufficient tension though. And that was weird. Okay. We are done. And here we go. Oh, that thing looks so much better. It's a classy look, that's for sure. Just some kind of raw looking titanium with that new ball cage there, stone washed. Just kind of matches the aesthetic of the blade, the liners, and then you got that deep carry clip. Puts that whole knife away in the pocket. Good retention. That kind of sagey green with just kind of metallic look. I think that's awesome. So for a name, I thought I actually had a good one. This is incredibly nerdy, so if you know, you know, but there is a city in Skyrim called Markarth, and their kind of sigil, or their like city symbol, is kind of this green and gray look. And if you've ever been to Markarth in the game, you know it's very misty there. There's lots of these kind of colors around, grays, greens, kind of bluish green. So we're going to call this the Markarth Manix 2 build. That thing is freaking sweet. It's extremely similar to this recent build of the Northern Sky Manix 2. That's got a much smoother action at the moment. It's a little bit more used, but same materials, different colors, different finishes. And actually, this is a crew wear Manix, the micarta scales, and that's actually extremely similar to this build. But I was just noticing something. The micarta Manix has full stainless steel liners. There's no milling whatsoever. I don't know if that's coming through, but on these G10 ones, there's a ton of milling. I mean, it's like slightly heavier. It's like hard to notice. This has got a slotted cage. Anyway, I'll do a big breakdown of all the Manix models I've kind of tinkered with. But anyway, that is the latest episode of the Knife Upgrade series, the Markarth Manix 2. So thanks for watching, guys, and remember, have fun with your knives.